Paula Safina. She's a biomedical laboratory student, and she'll be discussing why should we build back, why should we build forward better with the youth. Then we have Miss Miss we have the United Nations Development Program resident representative. Oh no, we have Miss Haula Safina. She will be passing through with us why should we build forward better with the youth. And then we shall have Miss uh, then we shall have Mr. Siraj Singandi. He's a horticulturist, and he's the CEO for Blossoms Uganda. And then we shall have then we shall have the United Nations Development Program representative. And then lastly, we shall have the country representative for the food and agriculture body for the United Nations. So today's topic is building forward better with the youth. Now, 77% of Uganda's youth makes up the population. Now, them all are below 25. So today, it shall be extremely crucial for us to discuss how can we bounce back from this pandemic, not really returning to how things were before, but moving forward towards a brighter, greener future. So we're so grateful to have the panelists today, and we shall discuss needs. So, let me have Miss Haula Safina to explain to us why do we need to build forward with the youth.
Thank you,
Miss Haula.
Daniel. A brief introduction of myself. My name is Haula Safina Nawakawa. I'm a student of biomedical laboratory technology at Makerere University, and I'm in my final year. To our viewers that are really watching us out there, thank you so much for joining us. Miss Elsie and Dr. Antonio, it is a great pleasure to be on the same platform with you tonight. As I've been asked by Daniel, our host today for the Green Talk Show, why does it matter to build forward better with the youth? For our viewers out there that might not know who's a youth, according to the United Nations General Assembly, it was defined that the youth are persons that are falling between the ages of 15 to 24. But then the UN also states that this could vary without prejudice to the other groups that are listed by its member states. And Uganda being one of the member states, Uganda's National Youth Policy states that the youth are persons that are aged between 18 to 30. That is the youth according to the Uganda National Youth Policy. So we have people that are aged between 18 to 30 years of age being the youth. So tonight we are discussing why should people that are between the ages of 18 to 30, why should they be part of the building forward, especially at a time like this of COVID-19? To everyone out there, they should know that the youth are the backbone of any nation. For any nation that is in existence, the youth are really a backbone of its development and everything that is going to take place. They play a very important and active role in protecting and improving their societies where they are living at village level, district level, and this brings about to better and development and moving forward to a country at large. In Uganda, according to the statistics, it is said that Uganda has one of the highest youth unemployment rates in the sub-Saharan Africa. And I think that involvement of the youth in the building forward is going to really have a great impact, simply because we have a large number of youth in the country, and you find that most of these are really unemployed. So if you look at development and moving forward with involvement of the youth, I should say it is a win-win proposition. How does this come about? When you look at the youth, the different youth, we might have those that have been able to get education. And I should say in my country, Uganda, you find that a number of youth have gotten the chance, have been educated, though this might vary with the different levels that they might have attained. Some might have attained to college level or high school level, or even moving forward to the universities. So with building better and forward with the youth in different countries are showing an increasing interest in different aspects of life that are in our communities. You see that the youth are showing a lot of interest in leadership. You see that we are having a number of youth CEOs that are coming up, and you find that there's real development that is coming from this. The youth are showing that they have a stronger ability to cause better change compared to the youth, compared to the previous generations. And I really think that their involvement in building forward is going to really cause a bigger impact, just because of the different interests that the youth are showing in the different aspects. And also, you find that the youth are exhibiting a number of tools. The youth, we're seeing that we have a number of youth activists that are coming up. So many youth activists that are coming up, and these young people are really bringing out bigger and greater change in their communities. And then you find that is having a direct impact on changing their behaviors and attitude towards a number of things, especially at a time like this in COVID-19. You might find that just because the youth are engaging themselves in leadership, they're engaging themselves in business, you find that this is stopping them from going in to things like, taking drugs. So they end up investing their time in, leadership. They're investing their time in starting up and coming up with different ideas that are having a greater impact on their behavior and attitude towards society. The other reason as to why I think building forward and better should involve the governments or whoever is coming up for this should work with the youth is simply because the young people deserve and have a right to represent their own interests and ideas. They really have this right. That they should be brought into this. They should work with people at their in their societies, the leaders, so that they can be able to express their ideas, so that they can come up and say, yes, I have this idea, and it is going to improve our society in a different way. You find that I've seen that I have friends that really have great ideas. You find that the different persons and the youth that have come up with ideas of they've come up with organizations. It could be NGOs that do a thing that is that doing things that are improving and the life of the people where in the areas where they are staying. And this is being done by people.
My
The young people are
right?
sorry, Danielle.
You like my tree itself because we started
Yes.
it with 2019 and since then we've done big things bigger than
Yeah.
what most people would would think we would do. So now using this aspect that we have been in some pandemic. We really thought it wouldn't last that long, but here we
Yeah.
are, almost 2 years in. So now, the goal is not to build back because
Yeah.
back had problems itself. We still had poverty.
Yes.
People had no jobs. So we don't want to return to the old normal because that is gone. Life itself has been changed forever. So now we need to move forward and see. So now, how do you advise that we can build forward better with the youth because we are the holders of tomorrow's world and we should play an role there, right? So,
Yeah.
first explain why should we build back better, and then share your views from personal experience, from what you're seeing guys do. So please share with us.
We should build forward and better by engaging them. Engaging them, you find that if you find a person that is aged, a person that is 20 years old, is working with someone that I should say should be, you find that this young person is going to be bringing up ideas, and these ideas are going to overwhelm this person that is aged 45 and above. So this is going to be helping the adults fully understand that these young people have more. We can really bring these young people on board, and they're going to bring ideas that are actually going to help us, actually going to even improve the ideas of what this other might have in mind. And it is going to, change the world. And on the other hand, I really think that engagement, if a person that is aged 25 is talking to someone or interacting with someone that is aged 45, when you look at the times in which person is growing, this young person is growing in a rapidly changing. So they're actually experiencing something this person that is aged 45 might not have experienced while they are growing up. So it is going to enable this older person understand that yes, these young people are really facing challenges that we might not have faced in the beginning, challenges that they might not have had while they were growing up. So this could, bring about an understanding. So these two people are really going to work together and bring about development in their communities and wherever they will be working from. And then I also think that building better and forward with the youth really looked at as an important aspect because it is simply going to prepare people. It is going to prepare these young people to responsible citizens. It is going to prepare them to being the future leaders of tomorrow. It is going to prepare them to being the best businessmen out there that are really not only going to be doing things just for them, but for everyone in the community where they will be. So this is really going to have a great if we work with the youth in building, especially at a time like this. And also something that I should talk about, you might find that you find very many people have been through this 19. It has been a very shocking and very, very new experience. Most people had not been in a situation where they had to be at home for over, let me say, for over 2 years, and you find that in you find some of these young people cannot even get access to land, because this has to be online, and you find that some of these young people cannot afford smartphones. One has a smartphone, then they're going to fail to get, let's say, Wi-Fi or the data connection using the different networks so as to be able to learn. So this has
Yes.
not only affected them, but it is also some young people have been able to build. They've come up with different ideas at this time. Yes, that they might not be able to, but then they've come up with great new ideas. Some doing, and they are doing crafts, you get something like that, and they're earning this. They actually now
So,
understand. Yes, please, Daniel.
what I wanted to ask you within the aspect towards farming, towards now, the target is to build a green, sustainable lifestyle so
Yes,
that now, since because the world as we know it, it is facing a threat, climate change. But I think a better word to use would be global warming. So my view is, since the youth shall be living with the worst effects years to come from now, we should actively take part. So now, moving towards building a, a lifestyle which is green, which is sustainable, and something which we can pick up. How would you propose we should do that? Perhaps you have some experience from school which could help out here.
yes. I don't know if I can, but I think I should use my tree initiative as an example.
It's fine. It's
You
fine. It's
find
fine.
my tree initiative is a thing that has been started up by young people, and it is bringing a number of youth forward. It is organizing activities where they call upon the youth to come up and volunteer and take part in activities, the activities of sensitizing and creating awareness in our communities of what is really taking place environmental wise. They're coming up and sensitizing the young people and sensitizing the old on measures that they should be taking on how to protect the environment. They're providing different species of trees to people so that they can plant them in the environment. And this is really, this is creating a difference for the people. If you give someone a tree and they put it in their backyard, or let's say in their backyard or somewhere near their home, they're going to be waking up every morning and looking at this tree. They're going to see how life is going to be taking place. They're going to see this tree grow from being a seedling to it becoming a plant tree that is going to be giving them fruit. So the other way that we can do this to build in as a way of protecting our environment, um, we should make sure that apart from the sensitization, we can further this, making sure that we do this a ground job. We should go down there and talk to these people and show them what is happening. We could do this by showing them examples from their own community. You show them that the trees that existed in this area, but they are cut down even in your own presence. You are the very people that are cutting down these trees and using them for charcoal. Show them what
Okay.
is really happening and how we can overcome this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, moving on to the next speaker. Today, we shall be having the United Nations Food and uh, uh, agriculture representative. He is a PhD holder for tropical plant and soil science. He has over 17 years experience for environmental monitoring and for multiple systems. He has done planning for worldwide. So from your point of view, from your experience, from your wisdom, because we all know the older you get, the wiser you are, especially with your, especially with your line. You have been exposed to so many things. Please share with us. Um, what are the main sectors where there are tangible chances for a green society, for a green sustainable life within this nation? Lisa,
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Daniel, and also Howla, if I noted the name correctly. Allow me to really express my appreciation for the work that my three initiative is doing, and
thank you, sir.
for the engagement that you continue to and the energy that you continue to bring the youth of Uganda for
Thank
a
you.
noble cause. Indeed, you are the future of this nation, and you are the future of this planet. So the more engaged you are in terms of being proactive and do your part, but also in your process of development as a youth, you take the ownership of your present moment, but also the future of your nation, of this planet, is important. That therefore, it is based on this spirit and recognizing the fact that Maitri is has taken this as a purpose
Thank you,
to
sir.
engage more youth, to work with schools, to plant more trees, to really have a proactive community engagement that we've been willing to support, but also willing to be here and to share some of our experience to for you to see the opportunity that is out there for us to push for a planet that is greener, but for a future that is also greener for everyone. I believe
True,
that
sir.
in all aspects of our society development, there is an
Right?
opportunity for us to build forward greener. You know that this concept of green economy, it is it is important in all dimension of our society, in all dimension of our our economy. So but for this to happen, we must understand what we we want to achieve and we want to promote for a green recovery post COVID-19, as you have mentioned. I've noticed
Right.
that on the title of your this discussion, we are talking about nature-based solutions. What are the
Yes.
nature-based solutions that the youth, can see the opportunities and then work towards nature-based solutions that allow this your country, but this planet, to build back better and to build forward even greener post in the post-COVID area. But before I enter on the solutions, nature-based solutions that can be helpful for you, to explore. We all know that our planet is on a critical uh, point. We know that the
Yes,
temperature is rising.
it's
Climate
bad.
change is real, and we know the implications of a warmer planet and what it entails for the entire ecosystem. So, in we have an opportunity to do better. We have an opportunity also to explore nature-based solutions that can be relevant for a number of areas. But let me step back just to for your viewer to understand when we talk about nature-based solution. What is this? This is a wide range of practice that all of us, youth, uh, older youth like myself, and we can put in place. This, in broadly speaking, it we have a number of categories. First one has to do with what can we do in terms of forestry practice. What can we do in terms of wetland related practice? What can we do in terms of agriculture related practice? And also aquatic and ocean based ecosystems. So, in all of this that I've mentioned, we have opportunities to ensure that our intervention, the way forward, and the way we are pushing the development of our countries and is done in a
Doctor,
ways that can
doctor,
promote nature-based
it
solutions.
seems the doctor is facing a small network problem.
Oh, you cannot hear me. I can hear you properly.
Yes, yes. So sorry about that. So, sir, uh, may you please share with us how can we use this COVID-19 pandemic so it can build a platform for us to build forward better for a green lifestyle. So, can you share briefly there?
COVID-19 has exposed a number of fragilities in our ecosystem, particularly if I look at the agri-food system. It have exposed fragility the way we produce. It has exposed fragility the way we process. It has exposed also fragility the way we transport and even the way we consume food. So we
So,
have an opportunity for us to look at the ways to transform the agri-food system into a more greener system where we can continue to produce more, but with less resources. I think when it comes to agriculture in particular, uh, the soil management, crop in the pest and disease control of the crop, water use efficiencies. But looking at food loss and food waste are ways that we can approach this new post-COVID era differently with solutions that are tailored to be more efficient, but at the same time work towards a zero hunger. When it comes to the nature as a whole, planting trees, allowing forests to regrow naturally, or even finding solutions that are greener, that alleviates the pressure on the resources like the forest, restoration of wetlands. Those are solutions or are actions that we should pursue to ensure that we do our part and suppress the trend that we see in terms of global warming. Agriculture
so
sector. is is uh, is uh, is the main contributor to greenhouse
Yes,
gases. So
yes, yes, yes.
so
22.
as
So,
go.
22% of the GDP for Uganda is uh, comes from this sector, and then 34% of the exports we earn as a nation comes from this sector. And since the youth, 70% of Uganda's youth, they are taking part in this sector. How would you advise a person? How do you advise that the youth they can use their farming methods to build a better Uganda and in end build a better world?
Certainly, in agriculture, there is opportunities, immense opportunities within the agri-food system for the youth of Uganda. It's not only about the production, but is throughout any value chain, any commodity, and you take that commodity, you look at from the input side all the way to the marketing. The youth of Uganda, you have in agriculture a huge opportunity to realize your full potential. Is Agriculture is the backbone of this nation. Agriculture,
True.
Uganda is the food basket of this region. So in agriculture, we do have opportunities for the youth of Uganda, but it has to be a different agriculture. It cannot be the agriculture that your father or your great grandfather did in the
True.
past. For the youth of Uganda, you must embrace ways of producing more efficiently. You must embrace a new type of agriculture, an agriculture that is more sophisticated, an agriculture that you make use
Technology.
of the mechanization, an agriculture that also look what the market wants and produces accordingly. And
Yeah.
for the youth of Uganda to look at agriculture as a business, and you enter this sector, yes, to make money, but also to provide quality produce to the market, not only internal but regional and even international. I see the potential in input sector. I see the potential in terms of production. I see the potential in transport. I see the potential in processing, and I see the potential also in marketing. So in all these nodes that of agri-food system, from the input all the way to the marketing, we have the opportunities for the youth of Uganda. A few years ago, together with the Ministry of Agriculture, we
Sir, sir, doctor, thank you so much for your
can you hear me?
thank you, sir, so much for your say. We have learned so much. Doctor, we shall see how we can bring in things, and we shall move on to the next speaker, who also happens to be the partners. Miss Elsie, who is the country representative for the United Nations Development Program. She has uh, 20 years experience plus leading extremely big, wonderful